Hello everyone, here I am again with a quick blog because I just want to quickly talk about something that's popped into my head, and it's a good way to remember something that's just happened and to hand it over to you so you can think about it too, and hopefully it helps you like it's helped me today. I was watching a video by quite a sort of famous channel here on YouTube, and I completely love everything that she's doing. I still love everything that she's doing. It's just that today I watched something and it made me feel I didn't really know how it made me feel, but I just turned it off because I wasn't feeling good, and I noticed that it wasn't making me feel good. So I had a quick word with Spirit, and as usual, my main spirit guide helper was there, holding out his hand, Yeshua, and he comes to me all the time when I kind of get to sort of like a turning in the road, like a crossroads, and I just felt bad because I felt like what I'm doing is maybe not the right thing, without realizing, of course, that every person's path to enlightenment is unique, and this is our strength, because every unique path is like a very beautiful creation by that person towards their way to enlightenment. And when you compare your path with someone else's path, the ego has already got a grip. It's already come in through the back door and said to you, your path is not good enough. You're not there yet. You're not where she is. What are you doing towards your diet and purifying your diet? What are you doing towards feeling the effects of only doing these particular practices? And I had some very good advice from Yeshua, that is, if you compare yourself, if you're comparing your path to someone else's path, then you're not coming from love for yourself or for anyone else, because you're looking at that person and you're comparing yourself to them, which is not a loving way to be with yourself, and it's not a loving way to view that person, because it's like you want to have a competition with them, like whose path is best. I'm not where you are yet. I need to be where you are, and it's like a race to see who can get there first. It's not a race. It's a way of being, and everybody has spirit tell them, or their higher self tell them, the exact right way to get to their own point of enlightenment. And there is no right or wrong way, because once you've got love, once you're coming only from love in everything you think, do and say, and when you're not and you realize it, you're replacing or choosing again to come from that place in your heart that knows your deepest core being It knows what's the best thing for you. It knows absolutely and completely where you've come from and what you need to do to be to go where you need to go, even though you're not actually going anywhere. You're just changing from the inside out. You're just making yourself aware of the fact that you're always with God. It's never been any different. You just need to remember. And it's not a need. It's not a need. I do say need a lot. I've noticed this since I've been doing videos, and my husband's pointed it out to me. But it's just obviously programming in me, the way I've been taught to talk about things. When you come from lack, when you come from in your head and in your heart mind, the place where you think that you haven't got what you need to be on your path, then you're not coming from love. You're not coming from a place where you are everything that you can be. And it took me a little while to really get that. Today it was really kind of, when I turned the video off and I kind of just sat down and I thought, this is really not making me feel good. Why is that? Why is it not making me feel good? And Yeshua always, he knows me. He knows the core of me. He knows how to show me that part of myself that I'm moving away from if I, how can I put it so that it sounds, so I can explain what he actually does. He knows the deepest part of me. He knows exactly why I'm on the path that I'm on, and why I'm choosing what I'm choosing, and why I'm picking the things that I'm picking up to feed my heart, to feed my soul, to feed that part of me that knows the exact right thing I need to do. He knows this. He knows this, and he says all the things that I think about that really make me feel that I'm coming from the right place. I'm coming from love, the place in my heart that is the deepest, that is the most beautiful, that is the most loving and caring and compassionate and forgiving that I can ever be. And he explains all the things that I've done so far that have taken me on this path to where I am now, to all the things that I've done already that I've forgotten about. And he reminds me of those things, and that those are the right things for me. But this lady who is doing the video, the things that she's talking about, those are the right things for her. And they are the exact right things for her. And if she's coming from her heart, she's going to talk about those things. She's going to talk about the things that are right for her, not the things necessarily that are right for me. And this is a really difficult thing to grasp, because when we see that we're different from each other, it feels like some kind of competition. We start looking at those differences again instead of looking at the similarities. The way that we can get over this feeling of fear that we're not doing the right thing or we're not on the right path is to just tune in to breath. And close your eyes. And connect to everything that you are. And remind yourself that you are love. you are doing the right thing for you. And when you're not doing the right thing for you, you're going to know that. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it inside. You're going to not feel good. You're going to feel afraid. You're going to feel like something's not quite right. And then you can ask. You can ask how you can talk to spirit. You can ask. You tell me. You say to spirit, you tell me what to do. So that I can go back on my path and go back to balance again. And you'll be amazed at some of the things that you will be told, because you know, your higher self knows, the part of you that is God knows exactly the right thing, the core of your being that is love. It knows that, it sees you as a baby, as a vulnerable, a child, an innocent, and you know, even that bit of you that you kind of toss aside and you think, no, I don't want to be like that because that's not a spiritual path. Even that ego bit of you, that bit is like a naughty child. It's innocent because it's created in innocence. So even though the spiritual path is about looking at that and noticing that it doesn't make you feel good. You know, when you are on a spiritual path and you are kind of purifying yourself and you are changing things about yourself and you're molding yourself into a different being, an altogether different type of thing. Don't know how else to describe it, but you're becoming more of you, who you really are, and you know all the right things to do to get there. You know that if you become vegetarian and it feels right, it feels good. It doesn't feel like denial. It doesn't feel like you're giving something up. Oh my God, and I'm never going to be able to have it again, because that's not the spiritual path. That is not coming from love, is it? That's coming from fear. That's coming from the ego. So when you hear people talking about changing their diets and then literally living off fruit and vegetables, and you can say to yourself, well, okay, that's not my path right now. You don't have to. Sometimes I say to myself, I'm not there yet, but actually I am there. It's just not coming to my awareness yet. It's all there. It's all there already. It's just not me yet, how I see myself. It's like the classic example is like trying to run before you can walk. And you need to do all the foundation first before you can get to the part where you're just doing the finishing touches. You need to just look at those things that make you not feel good, and then you can adjust. So anyway, this has ended up being longer than I intended. I just wanted to be a quick talk about the things that occur to me throughout the day. So it's kind of mindfulness practice as well. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to those of you who are feeling like you're waking up and noticing changes in yourself. Okay, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.